Copy and paste. Okay, now we're ready. Welcome to the live stream, everybody. These pups' owners have been sent the link, so they're probably checking in now. Right here, we have Violet as our first Frenchy pup. She's not a puppy, but all dogs are pups to me. This is Violet. She's going to be getting a bath brush, her nails dremeled, and then we'll use a little de-shedding brush on her. If you don't know who I am, my name is AJ. I've been a pet groomer for 15 years, and I've been working with dogs since I was about 8 years old when I was bathing them at my mom's pet salon. So I've been doing it for about 25 years. I've worked with thousands of dogs, and I'm going to show you how I groom Frenchies. We're going to go ahead and start with her nails. These girls get walked regularly and they come in regularly as well, so their nails don't grow out too long. So I won't actually cut their nails, I will only Dremel them. The Dremel that I use is just a random one, doesn't really matter, but the magic happens with this little tip. This is actually a diamond tip. I think it has diamonds in it. I can't remember the verbiage right now. But it's concave, so it helps me get that nice round shape with the dog's nails. So let's go ahead and get started. When I'm dremeling dogs' nails like this, where I'm not cutting them first, the Dremel tool stays on the nail for a little bit longer in order to actually wear it down. So what I do is I blow on the dust that's coming up, because I don't want that dust to come up and hit me in the face, and I don't want to breathe it in. And I just work my way around the nail until I can see the dark blood supply in the pulp of the nail. And once I can see that moist circle in the dry pulp, then I know that I'm done dremeling that nail. Now the Dremel does build up a lot of heat if I were to just hold it on the nail. So something that I do is I try to only do it for maybe 3 to 5 seconds per time. And kind of like judging it off of how long one breath lasts is how long that I Dremel the nail. Work my way all the way around. Make sure there's no pokey edges, and check her dew claw. Looks like her dew claw was removed and it grew back. So it's a little funky looking. Can't actually access it from that side. Get it from the front though. Yeah, there you go. Let's go. Oh, let's go. Let's go. It's okay about it. Okay, that's what's all done. And now I just repeat that process for the other 3 feet. Next foot. Okay, last foot. Wait. Almost done. Okay, big girl. All done. Okay, the next step, actually, to make this easier, I am going to introduce the other two dogs to you. And we will do all of their nails before we go back and give them a bath. And we'll do each of their baths back to back. So the next pup on our list, who's going to come on next? Pearl. Pearl is our next pup. Let's see how much Pearl weighs. Stay by. Okay. Nope. Stay. Stay. Wait. 34, 12. Oh, darn it. I should have grabbed her, put her on the table. I'll have to get her out of the kennel again. Let's see. Doop. Pearl. Oh. Okie dokie. Save. Alright, Pearl, you're up. You're up, sweetheart. Hi. Okay, this is Pearl. She's actually the youngest of these three. But they just got a brand new little sister who's only 15 weeks old. I can't wait to groom her. Okay, so do the same thing with Pearl's nails. I'll Dremel the entire nail, and I'll hold the Dremel on the nail for only 3 to 5 seconds at a time, and I'll be blowing the dust off. While every time that I touch the Dremel to the nail, I blow the dust off. That way it doesn't come up in my face. And then I'll just take a couple second break, let the Dremel tool cool off and let the nail cool off. That way I don't accidentally burn their nails. Up. Good girl. Sit. Okey-dokey. 1 down, 3 to go. Two down, 2 to go. Okay. Okay. And now her nails are all done. We'll put Pearl down, and we will grab our last Frenchie of the day. Come on. Let's get down. Hey, Tans. Wait, Pearl. Stay out there. Come here, Tans. Come here, baby. Come here. Girl. There we go. Okay, we'll go ahead and plop Tansy on the scale. Stick. 30 pounds, 2 ounces. Okay. Okay, little baby. Go ahead and write down Tansy's weight, 30 pounds, 2 ounces. Sweet. Okay. We're all set. Now we're just going to do the exact same thing. We're going to do her Dremel her nails. and then we'll be able to go back and start bathing. We'll put the Dremel on low. Blow as I am grinding the nail off. And I'm watching for the moist, pulpy center, the dark moist circle in the center of the nail to appear in the pulp. If you're wanting a visual on what I'm talking about, I did make a video titled Cutting Dog Nails Perfect Every Time. And I have a little 3D image that you can see the anatomy of the dog's nail, and you can also, I have some pictures of what it looks like when you can see the dark moist circle in the nail, and it kind of goes over some different things about cutting nails. You can check that out if you wanted to see more detail about what I'm referring to when I say the moist circle at the center of the nail. Okay, all the nails are dremeled. We can now head back to the bathing room and start washing all these puppies. So give me a moment, I have to turn on the camera in back, and then we will get started with bathing Tansy first, and then we'll do the other two right after. Come on, Tansy. Let's go back. Oh, shucks. Just kidding. One of the girls pooped, so I have to clean that up, and then we'll head to the back. first of the 3 for the bath. Come here. Okay. To bathe this little pupper, I'm going to use my oatmeal shampoo. So that's on the oatmeal. I'm going to first warm up the water. That way I don't spray her with cold water. Okay, water is warm. Now, I do not express these girls' anal glands. Most dogs I do, but these ones seem to do a good job of managing it on their own. And she had issues one time after getting her glands done. So we've just been not doing it, and it seems to be working out pretty good. So I will turn on this bathing system. This uses high pressure water to mix the soap for me and spray it out, pre-mixed out of the nozzle. But it uses that high pressure, and I don't want to get high pressure water or soap in her ears, eyes, nose, or mouth. So I'll turn the system off and just get her head wet and wash it by hand. But I'm going to go ahead and do her body first. So let's go do that. Okay, she has a few crusties on her bum. I'm going to use a little bit more soap and wash it by hand. Got to make sure it gets nice and clean under there. There we go. Don't feel any more crusties. Go ahead and turn off the bathing system, and I'm going to get the soap out of the line. Now I'll turn the water pressure down really low, and I'll get her head wet. As I'm doing this, I'm going to try to avoid getting water in her ears and her nose. It's okay if water gets in her eyes though. Hi. You checking in on your sister? Yeah. Sweet girl. Okay, now I'm going to apply the soap to her head. I'm going to try to avoid getting soap in all of those areas. I do not want soap in the ears, eyes, nose, or mouth. rinse off her face. Stop. Wait. Wait. I'm making sure to rinse her eyes out, just in case some soap got in there. Still trying to avoid getting any in her nose or her ears. And now that her head's rinsed off, I'm going to turn the water pressure up and rinse off the rest of her body. Starting with underneath the leash, because I do not want any soap to get trapped there. Okay, now she's all dry, or now she's rinsed off. Final step is I'm going to wring out all the extra water, and as I'm doing it, I'm checking for any soap. And I just found some on her face, so I got to rinse her face off some more. Okay, round two. Wring out all the water and check for any sudsy, soapy spots. If I feel any, check my hand. If I see bubbles, then I'll rinse off that spot again. Okay, looks like we're good to go. Had a dog that was shedding earlier. The kennel had some hair in it. So now I'm going to towel dry Tansy off. And the towel can only get so much water off, but it actually does it much faster than the blow dryer. So it's an important step. You don't want to just skip it and go straight to blow drying, because you'll end up taking a lot more time to get the dog dry. You also don't want to waste too much time towel drying them. You can't get them perfectly dry with the towel either. But Tansy is going to sit in the drying kennel for just a few minutes while I bathe her sisters. So we'll get her as dry as I can with the towel, and then we'll put her under the fan. Okay. Toss this towel in the laundry. The girls saw somebody walking outside and decided to be tough dogs. Here's some tough dogs. And we'll go ahead and set these out for the next two. Okay, let me go grab the next dog. All right, now it is Violet's turn. We're gonna do the same process. Turn on the bathing system, wash her body off with this first, and then wash her head by hand. Okay, turn the system off, get the soap out of the line. Turn the water pressure down, and let's get her head wet. Hang on, big girl. I know. Hang on. Wait. Okay. It's okay. Good girl. Good girl. I know. Yeah. It's okay. I got you. I got you, Violet. I got you. Apply the soap. Trying to avoid getting any in her ears, eyes, nose, or mouth. Scrubbing it in until I get a nice good lather. And if any part of her face doesn't lather, I'll add more soap until it does. A really good lather lets me know that the fur is actually clean in that part of her body. Okay, her face is all scrubbed. Oh, got to be a little bit more on her chin. I'm going to put some soap in my hand and rub it on her chin. Hang on, wait, hold still. Hold still. Hey, it's a cute girl. I'm going to try to rinse off her lips and her cheeks. She's licking them a bit, and I don't want her to lick that in her mouth if I can avoid it. Stay. Stay. Come on, Violet. You're okay. You're okay. Hold still. Hold still. Good. Good girl. Wait. Good. So let me rinse out her eyes really good right there. Super important step. Make sure I don't leave any soap in her eyes. Causes so much irritation if you do. The dogs are just squinting their eyes, just sitting there in pain. And they'll keep doing that until you rinse them out. Good. Now we'll pin the ears down. Rinse off the top of her head. Same thing on the other side. Okay. All right, I think her head is all rinsed off now. I'm going to go ahead and turn up the water pressure and rinse off her body. What a good girl. Yeah, what a good girl. Okay, last step of the bath. Bring out the fur. Check for any soap. Okay, good to go. Towel her off, and we'll stick her in the drying kennel next to her sister. Here we go. Hi, Pearl. Okay. Let me grab Pearl and then we'll get her bathed too. Okay, last bath. Same process, turn the bathing system on, wash your body with it, and then turn it off and wash your face by hand. Pearl does have some sort of wound right here that's not wanting to heal. So I'm going to try not to actually spray this with the high pressure water. I'm going to wash it by hand. Try to scrub around it real good, but not scrub the wound itself. Okay, and now I'll bathe the rest of her body. She has a few crusties on her bum as well. Go ahead and put a little soap, wash it by hand. Turn the bathing system off, get the soap out of the line. Turn the water pressure down. And let's get her face wet. Good girl. Close enough. Oh, it's enough. Maybe scrub that chin. Maybe scrub this chin. Oh yeah. Stay. Stay. Nope. Stay. Girl. Okay, her face is all rinsed. I'm gonna now rinse off the rest of her body. Okay. Now we'll wring out all the water and check for any soap. Go ahead and rinse your bum again. Oh, a little slippery. Okay, now we're done. Let's squeeze out her gum. Try to get the extra water off. Good girl. Good girl, little pearl. Little pearl. Okay. So now I'm going to take Tansy out, put her on the drying table, and then we'll swap, do a little switch-rooney. We'll put Pearl in the drying table. Come on, Tansy. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Go ahead and put some cotton balls in their ears. The cotton balls help with the noise from the blow dryers, help to reduce the decibels and make it a little bit more comfortable for the dogs. Stay. Stay. Good girl, Tansy. Okay, stay. Alright, and then for my own hearing protection, I like to put in these little earbuds. But my fingers are covered in hair. Turn the dryer on for 1 second. Extended exposure to these dryers will cause hearing damage. I know they're loud enough for that. I don't know exactly what the decibel level is, but I have experienced personally my ears ringing after this dryer being on for like an hour once when I was blowing a husky dog off. Okay, so these are high velocity blow dryers. The way that this works is it just shoots out really high pressure air, and I'm going to use that on her body to get her body dried off, body, legs. But I do not want that high pressure air in her ears, eyes, nose, or mouth. So I will turn the dryer down to low, and even still, I will not have the dryer directly against her skin unless I'm very confident that she's going to hold still, and I'm not going to put her in danger of the dryer going over her ears or over her eyes. If I'm worried about it, the dryer will be far away. That way the air is a really low velocity when it's actually going to contact. Let's get it going. Okay, Jancy did great. She was a little bit nervous. She's a nervous girl in general, and so she kind of wanted to just lay down and get away from it the whole time, but she never pulled away, didn't panic, jump, cry, bite, none of that. So ultimately, wonderful job. Tansy, okay baby. I'm gonna let her run around, and then we're gonna grab Violet. Okay, and we're just going to do the same thing again. High velocity on her body, low pressure on her head. Close if she's holding still, far away if she's wiggling. Okay. Now Violet's all done as well. Go ahead and put her down, let her run around. She'll probably come back. We're staying here. Now we'll get Pearl done. Okay, Pearl, let's go. Okay. There's a little bit of soap on the ground. You don't want Violet to step in it, so I'm going to urge her out. Go on. I'm going to close this door for a minute. And same process. We're going to try her body on eye and the face on glove. Okay, we did it. All the dogs are washed and dry. Let's head back up front and we'll finish with deshedding them and cleaning their ears. Wait, stay down. What? Okay, pups. Who's first? He's Pearl first. Oh, she's a sweetie. Sweet girl. Oh. Oh. Okay. You're up. Come here. So, we can probably, no, let's give it a few minutes. We're going to spray her body with this leave-in conditioner. Wait. I'm gonna rub it all in, spread it over her whole body. Head, ears, tail, belly, legs, feet. Everywhere. And then I'll take my Furminator brush and it's not grabbing anything off of Pearl, so I'm actually going to grab a different brush from in back, see if that does any more. I'm just going to put Pearl down for a second. I'll be right back up. This brush works really well for scrubbing furry dogs in the bath, but it also works pretty good for deshedding these short hair breeds. Yeah, we're getting a good amount off now. This brush is also really gentle. It doesn't pull out any of the coat that's not ready to come out. Anyway. I spun her on the table trying to get her to spin, and she spun with me. That didn't help. No, that didn't help. Silly Pearl. Yes, silly Pearl. Hi, cute girl. No cute girl. I'm going to be careful not to brush that little scab. I don't want to rip off the scab. Hey. Now I will clean her ears, and then she will be about done. Cotton balls are both really clean. There's just a tiny bit of flex in her right ear, but I expect to use only one cotton ball in each ear, and then I bet her ears are clean. when I'm cleaning dogs' ears, I have this ear cleaner that I put on the cotton ball, and it has several ingredients, but the main one is witch hazel instead of an alcohol-based ear cleaner. It's a little bit more gentle, but it has, I believe, antiseptic properties as well as it helps dry out any moisture that's in the ear, and that will help yeast from building up and becoming an ear infection. Our ears are very clean. And I realized that, oh, I don't know if you guys can see it, but Violet's falling asleep down here, just staring up at me, eyes on her deck staying open. That is too cute. You're adorable, Violet. But these dogs, I was mistaken on the title. I put Frenchies, but all three of these girls are actually Frenchtons. They are Frenchy Boston Terrier mixes, while I believe Pearl and Violet are half and half. Tansy is actually 3/4 Boston, if I remember correctly. Or these guys are 3/4 Frenchy, 1/4 Boston, and she's half and half. One of the two. I can't remember. I'm sure her owners, if they're watching, will correct me when they come in. Okay, we are all done with Pearl. Let's go ahead and put her down. Actually going to put her gear on first. She's got a cute little harness and leash. Let's see, how's this on? Okay, Pearl is all done. Oh, wait, one more thing before I put her down. Can you sit, Pearl? Don't quite trust you to not jump, little one. So put the leash back on her, get a quick picture of Pearl with her finished haircut. Pearl. Cute. Aww. Cutie patootie. And now Pearl is officially done. Okay. Go ahead and put her in the kennel. And we'll grab Violet next, since she is right here. But it might actually be easier for me to grab Tansy next, because if I have all three of them in that kennel, I might not be able to get Tansy out very easily. All three of them will huddle around each other. Watch out. You go over there. You go over there. Good girl. Come here, Tansy. Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Yes. It's a good girl, Tansy. Okay, cookie. I'm going to go ahead and message their owners, let them know that we are about 15 minutes away from finishing. Okay. And now we will spray the leave-in conditioner on her body. Rub it in. And we'll take this deshedding brush. Try to get some of the shedding off of Tansy. Oh yeah. Getting lots of it off of Tansy. Good girl. Neck down. Go ahead and put the leash back on. Okay, now we are ready to clean Tansy's ears. Go ahead and take these cotton balls out. That one's pretty clean. That one's also pretty clean. Teeny bit of goobers in here, but not very much at all. What, Violet? A little bit dirtier in this left ear, but still hardly dirty. But I am getting a teeny bit of wax out. Okay. Put on our harness and get a picture of Tansy as well. Oh, what an adorable little face. You sit? Sit? No? Don't want to? Fancy? Come here, baby. Come here, baby. Sit. Good girl. Nope. Sit. Sit. Stay. Yeah, that's a good girl. Hi. Hi. Are you adorable? Oh my gosh, you sound good. Okay, and now Tansy is done as well. Just got our last pup, Violet, and then we'll be all done. All right. Come here, sugar. Okay. We'll start with the leave-in conditioner. Rub it in her whole body. All over. Belly, face, ears, legs, feet, tail. Just get it nice and spread out. And a little brush. Wait. Okay. Not quite as much shedding off of Violet. We got a little bit. Go ahead and clean her ears. Oh, she shook out one of her cotton balls. I'll have to grab another one. I should have grabbed 2 fresh ones. That one was a little dirty. I'm just going to rub out all the crevices. And her ears are a little dirty. The other 2, pearls were actually perfectly clean. Got a little bit Violet and Tansy's. Just a second, mute the live stream. Guess I'll just go ahead and actually end the live stream. So, thanks for watching.